So, as we all know, the COVID-19 has brought a lot of disruption and also leading to a lot of transformation, the way we do things, the way we learn is changing. And one of the biggest transformation is occurring in the online learning space. Online education, as we know, is grounded in distance education, and even today the terms are used interchangeably. Online learning overlaps with the broader category of distance learning, which encompasses earlier technologies such as correspondence courses, educational television, and video conferencing. And the history of distance education is in fact goes as far back as 1728, with the first distance course established in Boston using lessons sent by mail. And by 1840, shorthand was taught by correspondence in Great Britain and at Penn State, the latter being also today's leading online education institution. Penn State, in fact, began offering courses through radio in 1922, but it was not until the 1950s that college credit courses were offered using broadcast television. Western Reserve University and New York University were both pioneers in the area of televised distance learning. In fact, NYU produced the well-known program Sunrise Semester, which aired on CBS from 1957 until 1982. However, online learning has staggered history. The early adopters, the contemporary early adopters, Quinnipiac Online, and other well-known investors who were very invested in online learning. There were some hesitant to online education from some quarters, and even in schools where online education was accepted, not all degrees from which were obtained from online education were respected. In fact, most universities will not hire a PhD from an online institution as an instructor or assistant professor or anything. Then came COVID-19, and I think everything is changing. The agnostics and the skeptics of online education are all coming to the realization that this is the new era, this is where we are, and this is how we want to make it better. There are different forms of online learning, as I mentioned, the asynchronous online teaching and the synchronous online. But what I really want to talk about is how the misconception or the feeling of frustration from students of how some online education is delivered, especially the asynchronous online. You don't have to make your online class a correspondence course. And that's what we realized when most courses moved midway in the spring semester into online. Some faculty had a hard time transitioning because it was their first time ever teaching an online class, and how to manage the class, the confusion around synchronous classroom and asynchronous classroom. And what this led to is that most faculty turned their what they think was an asynchronous classroom into a correspondence course. Asynchronous online teaching and learning should not be a correspondence course. Unfortunately, it seems a lot of faculty, especially those new to online teaching, think the two are the same, and they are not. Correspondence courses overwhelm students and generally have poor learning outcomes. Correspondence courses as practice decades ago, like I mentioned, using the examples earlier from Boston, etc., were effective because the speed of transmissibility was slow. Without the current tools we have now, mostly participants were taking a single course over a long period of time. So imagine an undergraduate student taking 5 classes in a semester online, and all these classes structured as correspondence courses instead of well-designed asynchronous online classrooms. The student will be overwhelmed, have a poor learning experience, and ultimately detest the so-called online learning. You do not have to flood your student with emails by confusing asynchronous online teaching with correspondence courses. Yes, transitioning to online teaching and learning in the middle of the semester as it happened spontaneously was a challenging experience for all students, parents, families, and faculty alike. However, we are in the throes of a new normal as a result of COVID-19. Even those who were agnostic about online teaching and learning now acknowledge that online education is becoming the norm and not the alternative. As faculty, we should do what we do best, be adaptable, and learn to provide our students with the best learning experience. Do not turn your online classes into correspondence courses. This series of video shorts tips on online teaching will continue. This is the first one of its kind, and there will be weekly videos discussing how you can make your online classes better. So tune in and subscribe to this channel, this YouTube channel, for more tips on how to make your online classes more engaging, more learning experience, and fun for yourself and your student, and ultimately good teaching and learning experience. Thank you.